pooping in my pants. I'm pooping.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
I'm pooping.
You shall not pass!
You shall not pass!
Hi, I'm Nella Linford, and welcome back to my show. This is Pam.
With an
There's
M.
a D on the end.
There's no D. It's Pam.
The unit. Drum roll. What are we doing today? Legs.
Which are
The arms
of
the lower body.
There we go.
Yes, they are.
Look at the show! Enjoy the show!
Today we're going to be doing a leg workout per the usual, and that's because we like to show you what we do for our works of art.
Show them the whole thing. Make the move. Open up the whole body.
Real rap raw.
You like it raw.
Yep.
Oh. Anyways, we'll be doing other workouts going forward.
We've kind of decided that we like hitting legs all at once. So if we can hit legs twice a week, that's good enough for us. That gives us enough time to recover and hit them again. There's many different ways to train.
Now your favorite thing, the hip sugar. Come on. Ba, ba, ba.
A lot of it comes off of what do you want your frequency to be, right? So when you look at the lower body, you can spread the frequency and volume and sets and everything like that all throughout the week, right? That means, hey, maybe Monday is quads, right? Do a little bit of quad work. And then Tuesday, should be able to train hamstrings and glutes, right? Without any much of an issue. Mm-hmm. Or if you're like us, I'd rather just hit the whole kit and caboodle.
I didn't want salmon! I said it 4 times!
Gonna be doing hamstring curls, hack squats, and then
The hip sugar.
rear lunges elevated with the Smith machine. This is gonna be a tough leg day.
Feel my legs!
My brand that I'm wearing in the video that makes my butt look huge is peachfinelli.com, affordable activewear. So for this workout, we did mile rep match, which from the last video, we explained what mile rep match was, so we did the same thing for these hamstrings there.
So started off with hamstring curls, did our first set, trying to aim for between 15 and 20 reps. If you got 20 reps on your first set, congratulations, you're awesome. Also what that means is on your second and third set, you also want to get 20 reps. Now, probably can't get 20 reps again straight because you just kind of went pretty hard on that first set.
Yeah.
So if you get 15, then you got to rest a little bit and get another 5. That's great. The whole thing about mile rep match sets, or even a mile rep set where you have a goal amount of reps you want to get, is you're just cramming in some extra volume, getting a little bit more intense, keeps things a little fun. I think Nelly can kind of attest because it's something new that she's probably hasn't done yet, and it's fun.
They're new for me. They're new for me. But for someone who has weaker hamstrings, and that's always been something I've wanted to build up, I've already noticed a huge difference. They've really helped me with strengthening my hamstrings and obviously that pop. So I really do like those.
A lot of times you want to maybe start your workout with the hardest exercise or the biggest bang for your buck. But when you're training kind of the legs, it's kind of advantageous to train a lying leg curl first. Why is that, you might ask? Well, it's really not that fatiguing. It's pretty easy. It's kind of hard to mess up the technique on it, and it doesn't really carry over to the rest of the workout, right? Doing a bunch of lying leg curls isn't gonna make you super fatigued and tired to do some hack squats.
No, it doesn't. And just to piggyback off of what we were saying, these kicked my booty. They are just crazy on your hamstrings, okay? Mile rep match is a really great thing, especially if you have weak hamstrings or you want to grow your hamstrings a lot. This is always my weaker point. I know a lot of people don't think maybe it's a weaker point for me, but it really is. So these are great. Since we showed you several videos with us in squat shoes, let's just explain real quick squat shoes and what they're great for.
It's ankle mobility that will cause you to not be able to reach depth on a squat.
Yep.
So a squat shoe, any shoe that has an elevated heel, if you're one of those people that you come up on your toes, you're gonna benefit from having an elevated heel.
Me.
Look at Nelly. This is part of the training right here.
For the hack squat, we did, I use, because some of you guys probably are asking, I use a foam roller behind me just because my shoulders aren't really wide enough for that hack squat that's at that gym. So the foam roller really helps me still be able to get myself underneath the pads. And I'll be using the plates underneath.
Because when you're doing a squat or focusing on anything where you're trying to grow your quads, and science has showed that the bottom of the squat, the deepest portion, as to grass or your hamstring and your gastrocnemius are almost touching, which if your calf and your hamstring's touching, that stimulates the most amount of growth.
Again, the emphasis is not crazy weight, it's moderate because we're building up, but still challenging obviously. So if you've been following our programs or our workouts, we're adding on weight, and it's a program that we have, so we're going to be doing several weeks of this. So the goal is to not go crazy right now, but to be able to every week go up a little bit of weight, maybe 2.5 or 5.
Even if you don't go up in weight, maybe you just do an extra set at the same weight that you have been doing, right?
Yeah.
So you're either adding volume or you're adding intensity, and when I say intensity, I mean the
Not your
overall
thrust.
load and the weight.
We can both probably lift, crazy weight on hack machines or whatever else we're showing you guys, but the difference between the movements that we're showing you and how we do them, we're getting full range of motion, going deep into the movements, and you'll see a lot of people do not do that. They'll do, halfway down and then stop, and again, it's the ego lifting. So it's a completely different ball game when you have a lot of weight and you're not going all the way down into that full range of motion versus having more moderate weight or a lighter weight, and you're actually going deep into the movement. You're holding it for that pause at the bottom, and then you're controlling it on the way up. And I just wanted to go ahead and show the rest of our working sets, just because I believe it's pretty beneficial just to show how exhausted we are and how hard we do push ourselves. Again, we mentioned it's not about the weight, it's about the motion. So you can do these, as Graham stated, every week you can add more volume or intensity to really get yourself going in these hack squats. And again, we're going to really focus on keeping our feet on that platform and not pushing through the toes. I've really worked on this a lot in the past couple of weeks. And again, as we'll mention, this was about high reps, not about how much weight you can push. Like we mentioned, you can do a lot of heavy weight with minimal range of motion and not full range of motion. But when you're doing full range of motion like we're showing you, when you're really going into the actual movement deep and getting that hamstring basically to touch your calf, you're getting the most out of the movement. I am very tall, so hack squats have been a frenemy of mine, and I'm growing to love them more and more and pushing more weight on these things. Also, did you see Graham's legs? I mean, that man has got some legs. So again, just test these out and start off with a moderate weight if you need to, and really make sure that you're not pushing through your toes. Again, I'm working on that, and getting squat shoes has really helped with that. I pushed for 12, I believe, on my last working set, which was great for me. And again, my knee is getting stronger. I have a torn meniscus, so I just haven't been able to get it fixed, or haven't had the time to really take off. I'm pooping in my pants. I'm pooping. And we're moving into squats after this, barbell squats. Now you might ask, why are you guys doing squats towards the end of your workout, where you're still getting the most benefit here? Even though you don't have to push crazy weight, you're still getting the most out of the movement here because your legs are already pretty fatigued and tired, so you don't really have to do lots and lots of weight to get the most out of the movement. Our goal here is to get the most out of the movement by doing the full range of motion, which means going to the glute all the way down to the ground, basically. So booty to floor. And I know a lot of people have different opinions on squats and stance and how to do them. We believe that pointing our toes out and knees going out is the best way to do the squats. Graham is a pro at these. Also, it's really beneficial to keep in mind to go very slow. I need to go a little bit slower here, but I'm getting the most out of the movement by going full range of motion here, okay? And going slow up. Now, you want to remember on squats to do big chest. Graham is really great at this, as you can see. By having his hands wide on the bar, it allows his chest to be up more, which makes everything just more smooth. Again, he's great at going very slow into the movement, and these are pretty perfect squats in my opinion. And you're getting the most out of the movement, again, when you're going down into the movement. That's why you want to go slow. I know that that's the most painful part, especially when you're tired after doing this workout, but that's where you're going to get the most benefit of this movement. And again, my goal was to get 5 to 10, and here we only did 2 working sets. So we did our warm-up sets, which you didn't see of mine, and then we moved right into the working. We have a pump. You have to come show the pumps.
Okay.
Wow.
If you're trying to grow your lower body, ladies, guys, anybody, and you're not focusing on mastering like the barbell back squat, dude, you're missing out. The harder you train your lower body, the quicker your upper body grows.
So the rear lunge with the plates underneath is one of my favorite movements for glutes. Like I mentioned, if you want to move your knee behind your toe, that's going to be the most benefit with the glute work. If you want to work more of your quads, you're going to move your knee over your toes. Here we're showing more glute work. So the whole emphasis of this is to go very slow into the movement, and you're bending all the way down. So my knees are bending as I'm going down, and I'm pushing my leg as far back as I can, getting that nice deep stretch, and waiting a little bit till my toe hits. So I'm waiting to the very final point of where my toe can actually hit to get that full benefit out of the movement. Graham's showing the same thing here with our warm-ups. My dog is running around barking as I'm filming this, but hey, I just wanted to say too, with the rear lunges, as a female, this is really great for your hamstrings and your glutes and your inner thighs and your outer thighs. I know a lot of people want to do the in and out machine, the adductor abductor machine. Honestly, if you're doing rear lunges correctly, like we're showing you, and you're doing them slow, and you're really thinking about the movement and you're not rushing it, you're going to get the most out of these movements. You're going to work everything that you need to, your hamstrings, again, your glutes, your inner, your outer glutes, everything that you would get from doing the in and out machine. I know that a lot of people think that that's, doing something for you, but honestly, these are way more beneficial, and you're going to get way more benefit, and you're going to notice a lot more from doing stuff like these and squats than you would those machines. So I'm just trying to save you time so you don't have to run over to those things after you finish the leg day because you think you need to do the inner and outer machine. And I'm doing 25-pound plates. You don't need to go crazy with weight here. Sorry if you can hear honking. I have my doors open, but just being realistic with you, you don't need to do crazy weight. You can do lightweight bar, 10 pounds. As you can see with Graham on his working weight, he kept it low. It's about high reps, and you're gonna be tired after these because the point of the movement is to go slow and again to get those reps in. So this movement takes a lot out of you because it does take a little bit of time, but it's a hugely great movement. And again, you don't have to use the plates, and you don't have to use a box or a stepper. If you find one, you can do them with the flat foot first if that feels more comfortable. And honestly, just get the movement right. If you need to replace your feet and fill it out and figure out where you feel it more. I know that I have to with these movements, and you can see me doing that. That's totally fine. And again, as a glute person who loves glutes, I would choose these over a hip thrust 100 times out of 100, if that makes sense. I would choose these because they just are so great and they work so well, and they really lift up the tush. They get that tie-in so well, and hip thrusts are just a little bit more different because it depends on how you're doing your hip thrusts. So again, just feel these out, get your foot placement right, and then take it from there. And then he did his working set and looked at the camera very awkwardly, like intensely as he is. But he's really great at these, obviously. He's a pro. And we did calves, 3 sets of 20 like we do at the end of our leg day workouts. And of course, I always had to do my little dance now with my dirt on my booty. We're trying to find a new gym with better lighting. Yeah, these are just suggestions. Do whatever works for you.
But I will say this is actually what works. It's facts.
It's facts.
You know what? And too much of the world is based on feelings and making you feel good. And
yeah.
No. Okay?
Some things just don't feel good.
You gotta squat. You have to do the shit that sucks. And you have to do them as though you love them. Mm-hmm. What is that? Oh, I think that's discipline.
That's what I do with you.
Guess what? Nobody likes waking up early. Hey, guess what? Nobody likes their job.
I won't go into an office that's ever been used before.
I am no good before 11 a.m.
I do. I like my job.
Yeah.
I hope you guys like the workout. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe, and we'll be back with more. And let us know in the comments below what you guys want to see from us. Yeah. You know, what kind of videos are you thinking? How do you guys feel about squats? How do you feel about hack squats? What are some of your favorite movements?
What are you struggling with?
Yeah.
Personally, emotionally, spiritually?
What are you doing for Thanksgiving, Christmas? How was your poop this morning?
How was your bowel movement?
Was it good or solid? Also, squatty potty. Use a squatty potty. They're the best things ever.
Full range of
or
motion
a trash
poos.
can. Yeah. What does Gandhi scream? Jondi? What is his
What
name?
does Gandhi scream?
Love?
Peace and love.
No, what is
Gandalf the Grey.
Gandalf.
So anyways, now that Nellie's gone, let's have a talk. I want to talk to you about
Preparation H.
Preparation H.
Time.
I wrote a whole script and it's not relevant at all to what we're doing right here, right now. So I really feel good about that.
Photo shoot.
Really.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Can you? Yeah, welcome.
Welcome. Well, I'm excited to be here. I know we're going right now, but I gotta go to the settings so this doesn't go dark on you so you can read everything that I've written. How do I make it so it doesn't get dark on you?
That's what she said.
Hey, I'm Grammy Lynn Fitness, and this is my channel.
Look at his shirt.
Wow.
Wow.
Handsome. I don't know what we're doing, and I wasn't planning on being in this part. Are we doing an intro?
We already did the intro. Hi, I'm Nellie Lynn Fitton. What? We already did it. It's gotta be. We have to like.
Well, we can't record this long, so
No, 'cause
I had all the answers. So.
Hey.
So we.
So sometimes somebody.
You see this? Mm-hmm. It's the world's smallest violin, and playing it for you. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun.